And hello everyone, once again, this is El Cid. I'm bringing you another commentary battle for Rome Total War. And this is another 3 versus 3 battle, and this is 31,000 denarii each player. So this is once again a very, very large battle with, again, about 10,000 troops total on the battlefield. So we'll go over the armies first. This is going to be involving all Roman factions here. First, my allies. This is commanding the other Julia faction. This is Razor Ramon, also known as FF, good friend of mine. And then in the middle here we have commanding the SPQR faction again. This is from the FoA clan. This is Malta, and you'll see his army here. Pretty standard 31k army, a lot of urbans. And over here I am commanding another Julia faction right here, and I have my 6 cav army, and you can see all the urbans here, quite a few of those guys. And over here we'll go to our opponents commanding the Brutii here. This is a battle between me and my friends and all of the BH clan. This is Pompey, and he commands the Brutii. You see these green urbans. There we go. We got a lot of urbans on the battlefield today, by the way. And his teammate here, also from the BH clan, this is Cal, commanding the Scipii Romans. Looks like he's got a 6 cav army as well. And then we have TALOS from the BH clan, and that stands for the Brotherhood, I'm pretty sure. So you'll see this is going to be a 3-on-3 Rome versus Rome, all colors represented here. And you'll see at the first part of the battle we just all pretty much advance and form together. You'll see here that we've got Malta in the middle with the SPQR, and I'm over here on the left flank. Looks like me and all my allies have all brought 6 cav each, and from what I have learned in a Rome versus Rome battle, I mean, you probably will do better. Sometimes if you're facing pikes or potential archers, it's good to have less cav, maybe take a couple units of archers, but in this case, it would not have been the smart decision. So we'll kind of see what our enemy is doing here. It's like they're just waiting on us to advance at the moment. But you'll see that Cal here, he has 2 units in loose formation in the front. Everyone's front urbans are done differently. This is Pompey, and he's got 1 unit here of urbans in loose formation and then 2 in the front, but he's got this 1 unit spread all the way across 4 units here in the back. Interesting front formation. I use a combination usually of 2 and sometimes 3 in the front, but it all is relative to what I'll change it up during the battle relative to what my opponent's doing. And then you'll see Malta here has a what I call the checkerboard strategy, where he takes urbans and pretty much scatters them in a checkered formation. I think that's best for when engaging your opponent. You're able to attack it in multiple angles, and you'll see that Razor Ramon has done something similar here with a checkerboard pattern. But he's got 2 units in front, and Malta has his 1 unit that's in loose formation that has not yet come to the front. So you'll see that the BH clan guys here have formed together, except for it looks like Talos here has gone for a flank here on Razor Ramon. It's kind of separated his forces, though. You'll notice there's a big void here in the middle, in which Cal here brings some of his cavalry, and then Talos here is going to spread his lines out a bit to, to broaden the Pila opportunity here on Mr. Razor Ramon. But he's got his cavalry way off here in the back, which is Kind of strange. We don't have any archers that I know of. So right here in the middle, Cal gets a little bit closer. He advances his urbans, but then he stops. And you'll see he's just out of Pila range, but not here. These urbans are exchanging Pila fire. Both are in loose formation. So the damage here, he's down to 65 and he is 67. So it's almost even, but it looks like they have quit throwing Pila now. And then in the middle, we've got our Testudo. This is going to draw the Pila fire, but if it's in Testudo, it doesn't do that much damage. So then it causes you to take your guys off of fire at will, or to stop firing if they're already firing at a particular unit, Pila. So you see here that my urbans started throwing Pila at this unit, but I believe I stopped them. Yeah, they only got one volley off. And then I believe I told them maybe to fire at this unit next. Yes. You'll see they're now firing at the unit that is not in Testudo. And they have a slight angle at this unit, so it is going to definitely do a little more damage. And you'll see here Malta is getting some Pila throws in. But the whole point in the Testudo in the front is to confuse the AI's attempt to do a fire at will, and you'll see that I've thrown my guys here into a Testudo as well to absorb some of this Pila. There they go. But the guys behind them are still throwing, and these guys are now throwing at the wrong one as well. So you can see it can be quite a annoyance or a hassle to manage the units that are in front and who they're throwing Pila at. But here I'm getting some tosses in over here on the left. But you'll see that all players involved here are very tactical in their approaches. And I have actually taken 4 units now, and then you'll see this one is in Testudo that's going to march in, and he's going to put his front 2 units in Testudo as well, I believe. What I did is I opted for about 5 of my units, or actually 4, to come right here to get some side tosses in. But he also counters by bringing in some of his urbans as well. And I've still got several units back here, but you'll see the ones that I took, and I put these guys back into tight formation, because if I send them into melee, and you'll see that he already did a cavalry charge here on this one unit, but I thought about going in, and then I said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and he pulls his cavalry back, and you'll see the result here. He actually routed one of my units, but I was able to rout a couple of his. There goes 2 of his. And his ally is Cal here is bringing his cavalry in as well. But at this point, there's a big brawl here on the left side. Let's go a little closer, we'll see. And we've got some Broody Eye routing, 3 units of Broody Eye that I see right here. And you'll see I'll do another cycle hammer and anvil. But he's also got the help of his ally TALOS coming in from the side. Now in the middle and on this side, we're also able to route some of, since TALOS has pulled some of his cavalry away, he's kind of vulnerable, so Razor Ramon would definitely take advantage of that. And over here you'll see that we still got some green flags routing, which is good. But then a couple of my Julia units started because I've got a double team here with the Scipii Romans. And you'll see here my ally, Malta, comes in for, he helped me out quite a bit with that charge. Definitely. And then you'll see that TALOS also retaliated with another charge here to the center. And here you'll see that he actually got his cavalry around the sides of our flank. So I'm chasing with my cavalry, and then I also counter the flank with some of these urbans here. And we just squish him right in the middle. You'll see the CPI cav start to rout. Got him in between my cavalry and Malta's infantry and cavalry, so he's out of there. He took his remaining cavalry and pulled him out. And then here we're able to rout another Brutii urban unit. On the other side, Razor Ramon is doing a great job of holding back the CPI player here, TALOS. He hasn't even engaged most of his urbans yet. And you'll see that Brutii has joined the fight here on the right flank, but I've got most of my urbans engaged, and he's still got a lot of his urbans here still yet to fight. So we're doing great so far. And then you'll see a couple of my units are routing, but then he brings in another cav charge here that's going to really help that whole middle of the line here. And Scipio still had some units that came back, so he was able to bring them in to help on the side here, including his general unit. And I tried with my remaining cavalry to rear charge those guys as well. And at this point, Malta brings in his urbans, but my general was actually routed on the left side. I was at, if you'll see, there's quite a bit of Scipii and Brutii still left, and my urbans are down to just about 7 units. My general just was routed, but he lived and he's still right there, so not sure if he came back. Let's see him. There he goes, running. And you'll see that Brutii has some units that came back, and they're kind of scattered out here to the back, not involved in the main fight. But since my allies engaged, the fight definitely swung the other way. And you'll see here Razor Ramon is still engaged with TALOS on the left side, but he was able to rout that unit of cavalry and another unit of cavalry. And it's a pretty close fight on this side. But TALOS had taken away a lot of his cavalry and used them on the other flank, so kind of tilted the odds in Mr. Ramon's favor here. And then he's using his general unit here to get a good flank, and then he's got a couple units here that are kind of being unused. And over on this side, you'll see that I'm down to just 2 units left. But the fighting that I had done had taken quite a bit of casualties on the Brutii and the CPI player. And here I actually did have 2 more units here in the middle that are still fighting. But everything I had on the whole left flank was routed now because of the huge amount of the Brutii and CPI here in comparison. But we still have a lot of urbans left right here. I have my urbans that I'm going to contribute as much as possible. But we are getting beat on this flank if you look. And at this point, Razor Ramon, he's holding off Julia pretty well. But look at Malta. He's able to get a great rear charge here that routed some of these CPI urbans. And he routed another unit here. And then another great hammer and anvil by Razor Ramon. And that should do some damage and help his urbans win the fight on this side. And there we go. Looks like the CPI general was killed. TALOS, he retreats here. And Razor Ramon's still got quite a few urbans left in the fight. So this is going to help us win our side of the battle over here even though I wasn't a lot of help. But here comes some of my remaining urbans. I think my kills were still pretty good considering. Sometimes you just have to draw as much of the enemy's attention to you, even if it gets you killed. That way your allies win on their side. So it's a sacrifice for the team, or at least I like to think of it as such. And at this point, you'll see the my allies' general routes, but also we are still have the numbers advantage. At this point, though, Broody has general routes as well, and Pompey is still got a few units left here, and so does Cal, but you'll see that Razor Ramon is bringing his remaining urbans over here to flank, and I've got my urbans engaged right here, so we'll get a close-up. Let's get some Christmas colors here. So one opportunity to get to see all 4 factions of Rome on one battlefield at one time. And you'll see the most all these urbans involved are all gold. Look, some of them are still throwing peel at mine. Yeah. We are able to surround. We've got just enough numbers to. You'll see he's surrounded on this side with Razor Ramones, and then I've got my remaining units here, 2 units. And then Malta's got him on the front side all around here with 5 units with a rear hammer and ammo. Good game, Malta. Look at that. And that routed the first Scipii there, and he'll pull his horses to the other side here to go after the general unit, I'm pretty sure. Or actually to support his general unit, or to try to kill it. And he brings his guys around for another cycle. But at this point, his urbans were able to overwhelm Pompey's remaining urbans. And then there we go, Cal's general routes. And I believe it is pretty soon his the guys, our opponents, in the defeat. Look at those Praetorians. Pretty awesome. Once again, this was a huge battle, so I apologize for any lag that was involved, but you'll see the remaining. And wow, good game to all the opponents and to my teammates. Malta, especially, he had almost 1,700 kills, 1,694. I had 1,229 kills, and Razor Ramon had 1,213 kills. But if you'll see, our enemies from the BH clan are very difficult opponents. And TALOS had 1,342 kills. Cal had 1,141. Pompey had 1,218. So it's a very close battle. Good game to everyone, and thank you for watching, and look forward to my next video.